Today's world is in darkness and there is a lot of suffering and sorrow. Baba has given us the light of knowledge, so we also have to serve the souls of the world and bring them into light from darkness. And because of darkness, there is so much sorrow. As Baba is the one who is remover of sorrow and giver of happiness, I also have to become one who removes the sorrow and gives happiness to everyone. Today, people share about their worries and sorrows. But in what words I share the blessings so that they get power to liberate themselves from sorrow and experience happiness. For that, I need to maintain inner light and inner lightness also. There is no burden, no sorrow, no bondage. And from my stage of supersensitive joy and happiness, I share joy and happiness with everyone. As Baba's children, Baba's instruments, we are at service for 24 hours. And respond to the calling of souls who are suffering of fears, of pain. So through our thoughts, let us share the blessings of Baba with them. And liberate them, help them. So take drishti from Baba.
मैं इस ख्याल से कहती हूँ, डॉक्टर कुछ कहता है तुम सोचो नहीं तुमको क्या दवाई चाहिए, मैं सोचता हूँ, मैं जानता हूँ। तुम सिर्फ प्यार से टाइम अनुसार दवाई लेना, या इंजेक्शन लगाना तो सिर्फ हाथ ऐसे कर दो, ऐसे ऐसे नहीं करो, ऐसे कर दो, मैं लगा दूंगा। सिर्फ बुद्धि की मैं इसको थोड़ा और क्लियर कर दें जी। बुद्धि की जो स्थिरता है ना, वो पुरुषार्थी माना मेहनती लाइफ नहीं है, फल प्रत्यक्ष है, प्रत्यक्ष है। अभी संकल्प शुद्ध करो ना, शांत रहो ना, तो खुशी मिल गई, शक्ति आ गई। ये जो विधि है ना अच्छी तरह से पुरुषार्थ की, लंबी बात नहीं है। एक बार मुझे डॉक्टर ने कहा तुमको कम से कम इस बात के लिए इंजेक्शन एक लगा। मैं कहा डॉक्टर गोली से काम चले तो इंजेक्शन काहे को लगाते हो? तभी लगता था ना सुई नहीं लगाएंगे। कहा बहन 12 गोली खाएंगी तो भी दर्द नहीं जाएगा, इसलिए लगाऊंगा। अच्छा लगा दो, 12 गोली जो खाऊं तो भी न जाए दर्द। अगर एक इंजेक्शन से जाए तो डॉक्टर जानता है, भगवान जानता है, बच्चे को कुछ नहीं मेहनत करनी है, बच्चा तो ऐसे कर लो। वो जानता है समय अनुसार, वो जानता है, हर एक बच्चे को जानता है, धर्म जाति रंग वाले को जानता है। बच्चा है ना, बच्चे को माँ जानती है, बाप जानता है। कोई भी है, हैवान के भी बच्चे को माँ जानती है और कोई नहीं जानता है। इंसान के बच्चे को भी, कोई भी बच्चा होगा, माँ जानती है, डॉक्टर नहीं जानते इसको दर्द का रोता क्यों है, चिल्लाता क्यों। भगवान जानता है मेरे बच्चे को क्या हाल हुआ है, पर जो सिर्फ वो कहता है ना उसमें अपनी बुद्धि नहीं चलाओ तो असर नहीं हो रहा है। पुरुषार्थ में बुद्धि अपनी चलाते हैं बहुत।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avekti Parivar. Today is day 21. Murli, source of truth. Remembrance, light, darkness. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. We listened to such a long Murli, and Dadi Janki in 3 words, how we could be happy, how we could be powerful just by having pure thoughts and peace in our mind, peace and pure thoughts. But that's the whole day homework, right? Today I was thinking that even Baba says, I'm taking you to heaven and world of happiness, but even at this time, we are in the world of happiness, right? Baba has given us good space to live, pure diet to eat, good company, pure atmosphere. What else we need? Everything Baba has given us now in this birth, especially this time when outside in the world is sorrow. And it's not just inner happiness, but externally also. Such good company of each other, good atmosphere, good food, good accommodation. So we are in now starting our first birth into world of happiness. Generally, whenever people talk or say something, they always say, so and so said it. No? They won't relate to word Baba, but they start relating. I know that when I start speaking, I can't stop saying that this is what Baba said. Because knowledge is given by ocean of knowledge, sun of knowledge. So this, I am not giving knowledge. From where I got this knowledge. So Baba says that by keep saying Baba, Baba, this I, we have this program Call of Time in which there are leaders from different countries. And so in the morning I used to give lesson 1 hour. Then whole day there is Call of Time. Then Dadi will speak. Their one question, big question was, who gives you all, what is this knowledge? From what is the source of this knowledge? Because they want to really know that they have such, they said, you all are such good people, you are serving, you all are so happy, and everything is so well. We want to know the source of knowledge. So Dadi Janki, she can't stop. So she will say, Baba has taught us, Baba has told us this. And so we really thought how to introduce Baba in such a way that Baba is the one who is giving the knowledge. So really, because of that, we all were inspired to create a book called Book of Immortality. It's all from Murli's, so that they can read it and find the source. But my saying that Baba has taught us. Now, who is Baba? So Baba says, give introduction. Because in path of bhakti, people are searching for God. The way they have saints and sages will say, you can never find end of God, so difficult to find God. So they go on all these difficult, very, very high pilgrimage places. I have seen few, not pilgrimage places, but temples. And, at one place I went, it's a very, very big temple in, I don't remember where, they have Jagannath temple. So when I went, then all the stairs, there were these ladies, very beautiful silk saris. On their knees, they were reading some, must be Gita or something. And they say they sit for days like this. And then when it's the time, offering of the rice, they generally offer rice to Jagannath. So when rice is cooked, they all get little bit rice, then they start studying. So why are they doing it? To get liberation. So when rice is cooked, they all get little bit rice, then they start studying. So why are they doing it? To get liberation. Going to the pilgrimage places by somersault. No, Baba gave example. They do keep doing it until they reach. So they show that how difficult it is to find God. And that has been so much in people's intellect that even they feel that I'm getting the introduction of God, they don't believe it easily, right? So, but we know now that one of the way I believe that God, who is giving us knowledge, is taking us from darkness to light. Because there are people listen to knowledge for so many days, and then they say, my soul says this, my soul doesn't, my soul, right? Not I soul. Because they're so much used to my soul. But I am the soul, not my soul, my body. But as soon as there is this, within 1 second when I realize I am soul, Baba's knowledge, I am soul, and he is father of the souls. So light comes from darkness to light. And we feel I found God. I feel that now I'm connected with God. Because I know that since childhood, I always felt very connected, God as a divine, but then it was in form of Sri Krishna. But as soon as they gave, you are a soul, so soul's father will be what? Sri Krishna or my parents? No. It has to be Supreme Soul. In Hindi, they say it Atma, then they say Paramatma. That means he's Supreme Soul. So when Baba gives me my introduction, his introduction, how long it takes for intellect of a child to get connected with Father? 1 second, right? And then very good example, that instrument, I still remember when she said, immediately she said that you belong to him, you are his child. What happened? My intellect just got connected with Baba. And that also in Paramdam. I still remember my first day's experience. And I said, oh, this physical world is not my world. This is for the body. But I saw supreme abode, Paramdam, and that's where my father is. So when Baba talks about yoga of intellect with Baba, yes, there are so many relatives, right? Every day I hear this one's this one's grandson, that, unlimited relationship, big clan, but they all are of the body. But for the soul, there are only two relationships, one with Father, other we are all souls, we are brothers. And we are then spiritual brothers and sisters. So like intellect then gets connected with Baba. And after that I find yoga, remembrance, love, belonging to Baba, doing seva for Baba becomes very natural in our life because I recognize Baba as my father, father of the soul. And we know we say Supreme Soul, and people call God and different names, right? So when Baba talks about uh, connect your intellect with me, it's called Journey of Remembrance. And it's also fire of yoga where your sins get burned. So very naturally, just connection with one. There's never any difficulty. And automatically my relationship with everyone is all, there are friends, there are companions, there are so many. But intellect, yoga is not with them because the power which will come, inheritance which I have to claim is from home, from one, right? So it's very, very interesting to see that how I from darkness came to light and my intellect got connected with one. Even now you can check, anything happen, who comes in my intellect first? Anywhere you are, where your intellect will go? To Baba, right? It's not that I think of that one, this one, and then I go to Baba. No. My intellect goes towards Baba. And that is called Mam Ekam Sharnam. That means intellect just goes to Baba. Only Ekam means one. Because that is where my strength is, my support is, my belonging is. My power is from there. So why will my intellect go anywhere? He is the one who is bestower. I don't have to think about what will happen from where Baba's Bandara. No, he's the one now. And when we have yoga of intellect with Baba, only one, not divided. Attachment here, little bit here, little bit there. No, totally, fully, just intellect with Baba. And then Baba takes care. He's responsible. And if I am really, really have wasteful thought, or this will happen, or I have to think of myself, then Baba said, do it. And that's where it's more struggle than efforts. Right? Dadi Janki said, actually, there are no efforts. And it's true. If we take the right method, right path, Baba at every moment listens to us, help us, take care of us. So this whole thing of keeping the chart, that is my intellect with Baba. So when intellect is with Baba, then what happens? Not only we come in light from darkness, but we come into what Baba calls it, constant happiness. Really, my heart just say, Baba, how do we thank you? Our appreciation of what Baba is giving me is creating the atmosphere of lightness and joy. Otherwise, sometimes our energy is like we are most sad people in the world. Otherwise, we are the most happy people in the world. So Baba feels proud of the child, this child's cheerfulness, happiness, joy, and then saying, Baba, Baba does this, Baba gives this. In path of bhakti, we always call God in sorrow. But now we don't have sorrow. We don't call God. Baba said, you are in company, you are companions. You are in company, we are companions of God. And now is the time to serve the world. So then if I am that beacon, I call it, the light, then I have to shine so that wherever I go, there is light, there is joy. So to glorify Baba, keep saying Baba, Baba, and you are walking in the light. You're not walking in darkness of questions of why, what, how. For me, anytime thought comes, I say, well, Baba will take care. Why don't I just tell Baba? Baba is the one who will change the intellects. Baba is the one. And then Baba has taught us to say drama. Move on, it's another scene of drama. So that I can play my part, what I have to do. I cannot follow anyone, only Brahma Baba, right? So, inheritance, said Baba. Inheritance is not in golden age, confluence age. How much I got from Baba? 100% love, 100% power, and almighty authority. All these is my inheritance for now. And Baba says, more you spend, more you share, more your treasure store will increase. So we have to be merciful on ourselves if we are not able to be what Baba wants us to be. Completely full, carefree, full of gratitude for Baba. It's not any human being who is taking care of us, it's God. We are under his sustenance plan. I really, from my heart, when I see whole yagya, Baba's places all over the world, Baba's children, how thankful we should be. Not even waste one single thought. Serve from that thought. Immediately say, no, let me serve. And then you see how Baba uses you as an instrument. And also I feel it's important to please my master, right? So that his task, which he has made us instrument, can be accomplished. That means the world of happiness and joy is established. So yoga of intellect with one, lightness, and happiness. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now we will get our practice point for tomorrow's Murli. And before I invite Brother Kand, I just want to say that after his sharing, we have very important announcements for everyone. So we'll request everyone to stay back a little bit. Thank you very much. Welcome, Brother Kand.
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti, Didi. So your treasure store, Didi, must be overflowing so much after sharing so much for so long. But as you said, how can we thank Baba? Because he's given us so much, and he's given us so much light in a very dark world, as you were saying. So it's very clear where the knowledge is from, what it is, soul, God, connection, what's for, how to get and retain power, how to be loved, all of this. So it's very difficult to sort of put that in the right dimension of how much we should be appreciative of Baba. And it all comes through the Murli. And for me, since today is the last day of the focus on time, tomorrow we'll start focus on action, karma. But I was thinking how much churning is part of this journey, so much like that. Baba was saying yesterday about the cows. And for me, churning is very much related to making the connection between Baba's Gyan and situations, the different scenes that come up, and even nature. Now, I was thinking of a scene as I was thinking about this idea of light and darkness. A scene came into my mind a few years ago. I was in the Amazon region. And as you know, the Amazon River is the biggest river in the world in terms of volume. Maybe not the longest, but it has the most volume. The Amazon basin, to give you an idea, is 3/4 of the USA. Just the Amazon catchment area with all of those countries around. And Manaus is the capital of that region, and it's about 1,200 kilometers from the coast. So you can imagine a river, 1,200 kilometers, 800 miles from the coast, and you can't see the other side, it's so big. And there are two rivers that come in there. One is a dark one. It's actually called Rio Negro, means Black River. It's a dark river. And then there's a lighter colored one, which comes from another direction, and they come together at this city. But the light-colored water is so much more than the black. And you can see these two rivers flowing side by side for about 10 kilometers. But the volume of the water is so much that the light-colored water takes over and the dark-colored water just disappears. So in a way, we have to flow with Baba. We have to be influenced by his sanskars. And really, it is Baba, Baba, Baba. I just can't flow by myself. And this is something that's related to surrender, the opportunities for service, and the opportunity to go away from I'm so-and-so and I did this and that, as Baba was saying in the Murli. I will lose my individualistic nature, but I will become a better and perfect me. And service becomes then. So I'm not just churning for myself and understanding things and making sure that Baba's bringing the best out in me, but I have to direct that towards service. I have to bring it in and I have to give it out to keep it flowing. And Baba's light just takes over my darkness with time. And this is the only time we can do this. This is a confluence age. So Baba makes me both knowledgeful and loveful, but I have to be free to do that service. That's where the surrender comes in. In my case, I was remembering today, my natural tendency would be to be quiet in a corner somewhere. I love silence. Actually, I don't like to give, it's not my nature to be giving classes and to get up in front of people and share with things. My natural tendency would be to be quiet. But, Baba wants us to use, he knows what's best for us. So I have to allow Baba to use me to bring out the best in me. And this is the whole thing about light coming into my life and removing the darkness. So part of that journey started off today in Amrit Vela with all consciousness of mine is finished. I mean, it's so ridiculous trying to hold on to such a small little thing when Baba's offering so much. So my things, and compared to what Baba's giving me is nothing really. So all consciousness of mind finishes. And listening at the time of the Murli, the question was, why should I remove the consciousness of the body and the body relations from my intellect? And it became very obvious why I should do that. I need to go beyond I'm so-and-so, that I am related to this one or to that one. I'm a soul. Those individuals are my brother's souls. And again, why should I remove this consciousness of the body and body relations? To be free to do the service that Baba wants me to do. So I was just thinking that all of these things were either said directly or indirectly in the Murli today, because people will hold me down if I allow them. So I have to go beyond them to be able to do what Baba wants me to do. To go beyond sorrow, Baba was very clear about that today. And to become close enough to him to be able to burn the burden of sins. This is why I renounce the consciousness of the body and the body relationships. To do that, to get those things going. And at traffic control, these two things. Baba saying that in the word Baba, there's such love and sweetness. It's not there in the word Ishwar or Prabhu or even God. So remember Baba inheritance, remember Baba inheritance. They go together, they're inseparable. If I remember Baba, I will remember my inheritance. So traffic control was for that. And later today, when we're filling in our chart, what has been my experience of unlimited disinterest today? That's how, so this disinterest, as I was saying yesterday, Vairagya means that I'm not influenced by anything in a way. it means that I have something so valuable that nothing else touches it, nothing else is interesting. So it's not exactly disinterest, it's because I have something that other things become tasteless. So it's a very good state to be in. So how was my experience of that today? That will be there in today's chart. So can you show the word cloud for tomorrow? The first day of karma. We can be look at action and all of the implications. Baba says that the philosophy of karma is very, very deep. And so we can take the chance over the next week to really understand that deep philosophy. And the key words tomorrow are Bharat, soul, and heaven. So again, we're creating heaven. Our actions are creating heaven. Our actions in soul consciousness are creating heaven in Bharat. So that's generally the flow of tomorrow's Murli. But part of that, what part of the actions that I have to do? So as we're listening to the Murli, what three things should I develop? What three things should I do, like my actions, should I do to develop unlimited renunciation? Because Baba says that's the basis of tapasya. So what should I do to have a more unlimited renunciation? Listen for that. The practice at the traffic controls, just to check how much the intellect is beyond the attractions of the old world. So I'm really going to the new world. The old world shouldn't be pulling me back. And the experience to fill in the chart tomorrow evening, the experience of being ready to go home. How ready am I? So check the readiness. We can see the signs, things are really getting very bad. But how ready am I to leave everything, just go home together with Baba? And it's a very appropriate thought to have at the end of the day, actually, as we fill our chart. And Amrit Bela, this is sort of an intoxication point. I am helping Baba to establish heaven in Bharat. I'm helping Baba to establish heaven in Bharat. Remember that Bharat was the name of the golden age. You know, it's not just, Bharat is not the same as India. India is what was left over after all the different pieces of Bharat were taken away. So it was much bigger than it is today. So I'm helping Baba to establish heaven in Bharat. So these are the thoughts from Rick Vela tomorrow. So enjoy this and prepare ourselves to go into the depths of the philosophy of karma tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Yeah, it's so interesting the way we all are listening Murli and practicing and doing Amrit Vela, like we have a big jewelry box with lot of sets of jewelry, and every day we decide to wear one, decorate ourselves. And really for me, I find it's very, very useful. And when people feel that Murli's reputation, I feel that if they could just take one point of Murli, start practicing and find how much more is needed, I think no one will say, oh, I heard this point. Because knowledge is not just for listening, right? Knowledge is for becoming, especially this knowledge. That's why someone said, how should I study? I said, study like you have to be a doctor or a lawyer. So they don't just read it, right? They have to remember, they have to experiment, they have to. So I think it's a lot to take from Sakar Murli instead of having, it's not we just want more information, new things, new words. We're not looking for that. We are looking for following Baba's Shrimad from Murli and becoming karmati. That's what Dadis did and Brahma Baba did from Murli. And that's what we all have to achieve.
It's the source of income, isn't it? It's the source
Right.
of our income, spiritual income.
Yeah. Elevated status, fortune, everything is from the Murli. Anyway, thank you, Brother Ken. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So before we start our Vyakti journey, I have very, very important two announcements for everyone. So first one is, actually I did announce day before yesterday, and we have a title for it, and it's coming up soon, and it's very interesting, experiencing the subtle region. So here we have a special class with Mohini Didi on Saturday 24th of April, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon. It's a New York time, and it's on Zoom. It's a Vyakti Parivar Zoom where you connect every single day. So you all know number now by heart, right? So you're welcome to join the Zoom and also YouTube. So here is this flyer. We'll be sending this out in email. You can send that flyer to if any BKs, if you would like to inform them. This is the good way to send them out this flyer. It has all the details, so please do so, and you will get this in your email box. So this will be very, very special. There are so many questions from many DKs about subtle region. And of course, our Didi always go to subtle region so she can answer all the questions, right? So first we will hear the class 11 to 12, and then in the evening we will give some questions to Brother Eric also to ask her about subtle region. So that will be there also. So again, it's Saturday 24th of April, 11 to 12, experiencing the subtle region. This is only for Baba's children, BK children. Lokik people won't understand what is subtle region. Right? It's only for us. Baba only created for us. So only we need to understand. Okay, Om Shanti. And now we have very, very special announcement. Second one. So every month we have something new. So this time, for month of May, we are taking up something very new, and it is the story of immortality. And I think in the sharing, Didi shared about that, the story of immortality, a return to self-serenity in 31 steps. So this is the main series for month of May. You might be thinking why we are announcing so early, right? Because this is a book actually. And soon we will be inviting Sister Rita. She'll let us know about this book, what this book is about. And we are going through this whole book for a whole month of May. So we want to introduce you this book. Many of you might have seen this book. It's quite big book, thick book, big one, heavy one. And, it's took 3 years to make this book. 5 years Murlis are included in this one. And all seniors they have come together and put this book together. So it's very interesting. So that's why we want to introduce you, and I will invite Sister Rita. She'll let you know about this book in 2-3 minutes. And after she shares, I will let you know how you can get this book. Because if you are interested to get this book before month of May start, so if you have this book in your hand when the series starts, I think you will enjoy it more. So that's why we are introducing this quite earlier. So first of all, I will invite Sister Rita, and she will share a little bit about the book, and then I will share how you can get it. Okay, welcome, Sister Rita.
Om Shanti, everyone. Good evening. So nice to see you and to be with you and to have this chance to tell you a little bit about the book, The Story of Immortality. As Bhumi said, that I'm sure many of you have heard about it, know about it, But for those who don't, I just like to tell you a little bit about the book so that you may become inspired to think about how to get this book and to be able to work with it next month, as this the new program is going to be very unique, very different. And we want you to take full advantage of using the book during that time if possible. So just as Bhumi said, it was a number of years ago when Baba inspired Didi to actually put together a team to create a book, this book called Story of Immortality. And little did we know that when we started the book, that it was going to end up being a 3-year project in order to be able to create the book. And we started out by researching 5 years of Baba's Murlis. Can you imagine? So there were a group of 8 of us, and for the beginning half of the project, we were in deep contemplation, looking at all of the Murlis. Each of us were given topics that we were to research, and then we were to come back. All of us were to come back together again, and then we would try to figure out how do we present this vast body of knowledge, to the world in a book. And so what happened was we ended up coming back together again and deciding that we would put it in the format of a story, because Baba, Baba, every day he's telling us a story, and you this month you've had the experience of every day just turning one Murli. But how do you take everything that Baba has said and organize it according to the chapters that we were going to present in the book? So like the first chapter is about the confluence age. And so we searched for everything that Baba said in those 5 years of Murlis, and we put it into the chapter on the confluence age. And then we went to the soul, and then we went to the supreme soul. And then, the cycle of time, and karma. And so the book, even in trying to condense it, the book, it weighs 3 pounds, and so you can imagine we've got this ocean of knowledge, and you're trying to bring it down in a way that the people of the world, we at first it was dedicated toward the VIP Ps that were coming to the call of the time. But what we realized as we worked on the book and as the book began to take shape, that this was actually a completely different way a completely different way of coming to understand the whole of what Baba has told us, about each of these important topics. And not only that, we also included in it implications for what it means to know this in your life. How does it affect me to know that I am a soul? And how do I put that into my practical life and change my life, so that I can live, like the sovereign? And so this, the book, it's a very beautiful way of reading a collection of all the Murlis by topic. And it's just, it takes us to a different depth of understanding and appreciation for everything that Baba's given us. And Didi she can speak of it because she knows of it very well, that this book, is something that has, it's written in a way that it has a story of a seeker, a young girl who is looking for God, and she finds a teacher, and that teacher is Baba. And so it's a very intriguing book, and I'm hoping that you'll be interested enough to take the time to see if you can get a copy and read it before we begin the magical journey that's going to happen in May. Om Shanti.
I like the 2 words and 2 things which we will be looking for next month. One is that it's a story, other it's a journey. So, and then we collectively going through a story, and that's our story of self-sovereignty and immortality. So it's like collectively going through that story. It will be like grandparents sitting with grandchildren reading story. One thing is that, but also the experience, the journey. I think that will be two very important elements for the next month. And then I realized that some of you might say, oh, well, if we had a book, maybe we could also go through together. That's why we are informing you, and Sister Bhumi will now let you know if you want how to get it. And if not, you can let us know and we will see if centers can get and you can get. We have some different ways. Sister Bhumi will let you know now about getting the book. Om Shanti and Rita, good night.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much, Sister Rita, for coming up and introducing this book, and also to Didi. So here it is. I would like you all to listen this carefully. So there are many ways, few ways, I mean, as Didi said. So first one is going through the website. So we have Peace Village website. So please note this down: www.peacevillageretreat.org. So this is the website of our Peace Village. So you can log into that. So once you go into that, this is how the page will come up. So you can go into the menu and then click the bookshop. You can follow the steps you are seeing in your screen right now. You see on the top side, there is a bookshop. You click on bookshop and there is all books, you see. So once you select all books, then you scroll down and you will see the story of immortality there. Go down, here it is. So when you click on this book, let's see, can you please click the book? As soon as you click the book, it will take you to Amazon. And I'm sure everyone knows Amazon, right? So it is available in Amazon. You can order through Amazon. And I'm sure many of you must have the account there. So you can get it from there. On Amazon, it is $25 plus shipment. So I'm sure this is the easiest way to get it. And sometimes they give the free shipment also if you have many items together. So this is, as we said, that this is quite heavy book. It's a 3-pound book. So it's $25 on Amazon. But if you would like to get this book as a gift, we can also get that. But it will be through the center, or we can mail it from here. It's a little bit quite a process, because you will have to give us your mailing address and proper mailing address, because sometimes, you know, mailing address, even if one word is missing, it comes back, right? You all know that. So we have to be careful with the address, and then we will send you a link. If you don't want to order through Amazon, and if you want to get it from us as a gift, we can mail you, and you fill out the form with your proper mailing address, and then we can mail it. And it might take few days to reach, because we had to get your address, we had to put together, and we'll mail it. So that's another way. Or you can ask at your center. So the third way is you ask at your center, your class, if they have any in stock. I think that might be also possible. If they don't have, and all students come together and center order it from Peace Village, that can go in bulk, and then it can be distributed to all students also. So as I said, there are 3 ways. Either you go to website of Peace Village Retreat, and which will take you to Amazon, straightforward, but it's a little bit $25. And then if you want to get as a gift, we'll send you a link in email. You fill out the form and we'll mail you, or you can talk to your instrument and they can maybe arrange. So these are the 3 ways for now we have, and hopefully we can get it to everyone. And please make sure this is only for USA. For other countries, it's not possible to mail from here. I'm not sure through Amazon, but regular mailing, they ask for custom form and all those things, so which is not possible. And especially it's because it's the corona time, it's really hard to mail in the outside of USA. But for Spanish, I think last year maybe, they got printed Spanish book, same book in Spanish translation, and it has been printed, and I'm sure all Spanish countries know about that. And Sister Moira will let you all know further about Spanish. So Spanish book, The Story of Immortality. I hope this will help you all, and it's very exciting. It's kind of a story. It's the story about ourselves, and we'll go through this story all together in month of May. Welcome to Avyakti Churning, our godly family, a beautiful constellation of sparkling stars.
चलते 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 चलते
आज के संसार में रहना है मत हमारी मदद भगवान और एक की
चलते चलते यूं ही कोई मिल गया था, यूं ही कोई मिल गया था, सर राह चलती
he is called the father. Inculcate, ऐसे ना? This is their intellect very firmly, and then all the rubbish of the idea of कौन सी omnipresence, rubbish idea. ऐसे किसको बोला ये रबिश आइडिया है? बड़ा स्वीट, अच्छी तरह से सुनना है, समझे?
Om Shanti. Thank you. So this Global Peace House, it's in Mauritius. And you saw the sister, she was standing next to Mohini Didi. She was Sister Chandra. She was so sweet. All the time. It was like she was the embodiment of sweetness. And she was Mohini Didi's elder sister. Loki called her elder sister. Here you go. You see that the one who is the first one, not the middle one, the first one, and then the third one is Mohini Didi. So Chandra Ben, I'm not sure who is in the middle, but Mohini Didi and Chandra Ben, they're so actually in Mauritius everyone is so sweet. All the sisters, everyone are so sweet. And maybe they all learn from Didi, and maybe the nature is sweetness there. Okay, thank you. And now it's time for us to say good night. And remember Baba.
Om Shanti. Whatever Baba thinks, we will become like that, right? That's our determined thought to Baba. Om Shanti and good night, everyone. Good night.